Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys unboxing and review. After a few weeks of Star Wars unboxings, we're back with another MCU unboxing. Today it's Harry and Spider from Avengers Infinity War. The box has the same design as the other Avengers Infinity War boxes, which means you have a promotional drawing of the character and the Avengers logo. So let's open this and take a look at the accessories. As you can see, this figure comes with a good number of accessories. You have Peter Parker Headsculpt, an additional masked head with a LED light-up feature. We'll try that later. You have different set of eyes for the normal masked head sculpt. Then you have Spider-Man mask, different web effects, and a good number of different hands. And obviously the display base. So first, let's take a look at the display base. The display base has the same design as the other Avengers Infinity War display bases, which means you have the Avengers logo, the name of the movie, and the name of the character. So now let's take a closer look at the web effects, then we'll take a look at the hands, and then we'll take a look at the figure and the different mask heads, set of eyes, and the Peter Parker head sculpt. You have 6 different web effects. First, you have these 2 identical small effects that you can attach to the wrists of the figure. We'll try them. Then you have 2 long ones. You can also attach them to the wrists of the figure. And to these long ones, you can attach this effect, like this. So we'll try that when we'll see the action poses. And then you have a final effect that you can attach to Spider-Man's hands. Now, let's take a look at the hands. You have 6 different pair of hands. First, you have these 2, to which you can attach this web effect, like this. Then you have these 2 shooting hands, classic Spider-Man hand poses. Then you have the closed fists hands. You also have these 2 hands. Also these 2 for action Spider-Man poses. And these 2. So now let's take a look at the figure. It's a pretty good looking figure. The suit is mostly accurate. I say mostly because I feel like the texture of the suit isn't exactly like it is in the movie, which is normal because in the movie it's a nanotech suit, so that's kind of difficult to recreate. So I think they did a pretty good job with this. As you can see, the lights here are actually painted on the suit. I think it doesn't look bad. It would have been a bit difficult to have a LED light-up feature on these parts because it's not really a large figure, so yeah, I don't think it would have worked. So painting them on the figure was, for me, the best solution. Here's a closer look at the suit. Like I said, it looks pretty good. In terms of articulation, it has a great articulation range, like you can see here, like this. Same for the legs. You also have articulated feet. But because of the type of material used, I recommend having the figure on display in a neutral pose, or if you have it in an action pose, well, don't display it too long in that same pose and return to a neutral pose for a while and then go back to another action pose, because otherwise the suit will be damaged. The spider legs are also fully articulated, as you can see. So you can have them the way you want. It's really great, really. You can also remove them and display the figure without the spider legs, obviously. So now let's take a look at the different masked heads, and then we'll take a look at the Peter Parker head sculpt. Actually, before I show you the mask head sculpt, I wanted to show you how it looks without the iron spider legs. So as you can see, there are some pieces that you put on the costume so you don't see the holes. And it also looks pretty cool like this too, right? So, well, now let's take a look at the heads. So as you can see, the masked head sculpt is made of plastic and not the same material used on the suit. I know some prefer it like that, but I think it looks better when you have the same material used for the suit and the mask. The mask without the head in it is actually made of the same material as the suit, and it does look better in my opinion, so I would have preferred if they had done the same for the masked head sculpt. However, I'm not saying it doesn't look good, it still looks good, but I do have a preference. So now, well, let's try the different pair of eyes. It works with magnets, as usual with Hot Toys, so it's a pretty good system. Then you have these eyes. I really like that they included different possibilities, so you can have different options for display, but also it's great for toy photography. Now let's try other eyes. As you can see, the head works with magnets, so it's actually pretty great because it's really easy to change. If you want to put the Peter Parker head sculpt on, it's just really easy to do. Then you have these eyes. Let's try the last set of eyes now. These eyes are the same that you get with the LED light up feature mask sculpts. So in terms of articulation range, with the magnet it works really well. You can move it the way you want. Well, now let's try the LED light up feature mask head. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I really like that they included LED light up feature eyes. It looks so good, right? So now let's take a look at the Peter Parker head sculpt. Here's the Peter Parker head sculpt. Hot Toys has done an amazing job with it. It really looks like Tom Holland. Just look at this. It's amazing. The sculpted hair, the face. It's spot on. As usual, you're never disappointed with head sculpts. Hot Toys is always doing an amazing job. So now let's try some action poses. Here's a pose with the Peter Parker Headsculpt. Now let's try some poses with the web effects and the masked Headsculpt. So here's one with the long web effect. Now let's try with the small web effects. Here's how it looks with the small web effects. As you can see, it's a nice accessory. I really like it. Now let's try the last web effect that Spider-Man holds with his hand. Here it is. I think it's a good accessory that you can use for toy photography, because for display it will look a bit weird. For me, it was a must-buy as a Spider-Man fan and someone who really loves what they did with the MCU Spider-Man. It's a great looking figure. It also has a phenomenal Tom Holland head sculpts. You have a lot of hands, web effects, so it's great for display and toy photography, so I definitely recommend this figure. You can read my full review on the Future of the Force website. You can get the link in the description down below. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back for more Hot Toys reviews and unboxings very soon. Bye!